In the endless blue of the modern battlefield, one aircraft still commands the skies with quiet authority. It's not the newest. It's not the largest. But it's the jet that refuses to fade, the F-16V Viper, born from the ashes of cold, war tension, and decades of aerial evil. The Viper represents something extraordinary. A perfect fusion of agility, power, and resilience. The enduring embodiment of American air dominance. The story of the F-16 began in the early 1970s when the U.S. Air Force faced a sobering realization. The Soviet Union was fielding faster, more maneuverable fighters, the MiG-23 and MiG-25, designed to outclimb and outgun anything the West could deploy. The heavy F-4 Phantom, while formidable, was aging fast. The Air Force needed something new, lighter, more agile, and deadlier in a dogfight. In 1972, the lightweight fighter program was born, a revolutionary concept to produce a fighter that could out any adversary, while still being affordable and maintainable in large numbers. Out of fierce competition came one clear victor. General Dynamics YF-16 prototype. On January 20th, 1974, during a test run, the YF-16 accidentally took off before it was supposed to and flew perfectly. That unplanned moment marked the birth of a legend. At its core, the F-16's design philosophy was simplicity refined into perfection. Its smooth blended wing body, frameless bubble canopy, and fly-by-wire control system created a level of maneuverability unseen at the time. Unlike its predecessors, the Viper didn't rely on brute force, it relied on balance. The airframe was intentionally designed with relaxed static stability, meaning it was inherently unstable, a dangerous idea that became its greatest strength. With computer-assisted flight controls, the jet could make instantaneous corrections, allowing pilots to push the limits of aerodynamics safely. The wings, sharply cropped and lightweight, were designed for high G performance. The result was an aircraft that could pull 9 gigaseconds in a turn, enough to make even seasoned pilots black out if they weren't prepared. The F-16V variant, the latest evolution of this design, brings the Viper into the digital age. The V stands for Viper, a name affectionately given by its pilots and now made official. Lockheed Martin's modernization turned this iconic jet into a 21st century predator. The airframe remains the same elegant silhouette, but beneath the skin, everything has changed. Powering the F-16V is the General Electric F110GE129 turbofan engine, capable of producing over 29,000 pounds of thrust with afterburn. That's enough to propel the jet past Mach to more than twice the speed of sound. Its climb rate exceeds 50,000 feet per minute, and it can reach a ceiling above 50,000 feet. Yet, despite its ferocity, the Viper remains remarkably efficient, with a combat radius of roughly 550 miles on internal fuel. Engineers gave it a frameless canopy for unparalleled visibility and a side-stick controller mounted on the armrest, giving pilots a direct, intuitive connection to the aircraft. Every surface, every control input is tuned for precision. When a pilot says the F-16 feels like an extension of their body, it's not a metaphor, it's the truth. But power alone doesn't win wars. The Viper's weapons systems define its purpose. The F-16V carries the APG-83 AESA radar, a cutting-edge system capable of tracking multiple targets simultaneously in the air, on land, and at sea. It integrates seamlessly with the Link 16 tactical data network, allowing real-time sharing of targeting data across allied aircraft. Its arsenal is vast. AIM-9X Sidewinder and AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles for air-to-air combat. JDAMN Pavway 2, 3 precision-guided bombs, 4 ground strikes, and the 20mm M61A1 Vulcan cannon for close-in engagements. The F-16V can also employ sniper or lantern targeting pods, giving it surgical strike capability even in total darkness, electronic countermeasures, advanced radar warning receivers, and digital flight control systems protect it from the ever-evolving threats of the modern battlefield. Throughout its history, the F-16 has seen combat on nearly every continent, From Operation Desert Storm in 1991 to Operation Inherent Resolve in Iraq and Syria, the Viper has served as both a sword and a shield. In dogfights, it's agile and precise. In ground strikes, it's relentless. The Israeli Air Force used it to strike nuclear facilities in Iraq and Syria. The United States and NATO deployed it in the Balkans and Afghanistan. Taiwan, Greece, and South Korea rely on it as the backbone of their air defense. In more than 4,600 units built, the F-16 family has flown over 19 million flight hours across 25 nations. It's one of the most successful fighter designs in history, not because it's being cheaper, but because it evolves. Tactically, the Viper represents fluid combat philosophy. It thrives in the energy maneuverability spectrum, using speed, altitude, and angle of attack as tools to dominate a fight. Pilots are trained to fight in the vertical, diving and climbing in rapid succession to bleed an opponent's energy while maintaining their own. With data link integration, the F-16V no longer fights alone. It's part of a networked kill web, striking from beyond visual range with pinpoint coordination. When compared to modern rivals, the Viper still holds its own. Against the Russian Su-35, it may lack raw power, but it outclasses it in situational awareness and sensor fusion. Against the Chinese J-10C, the Viper's AESA radar and Western weapon integration give it a decisive edge. It's not the stealthiest jet in the sky. That title belongs to the F-35, but the Viper doesn't need stealth to be feared. It's fast, proven, and everywhere. Today, the F-16V represents the pinnacle of the Viper lineage, the V standing for victory, vigilance, and versatility. Countries like Taiwan, Greece, Bahrain, and Slovakia are upgrading to the Viper standard, extending the aircraft's life well into the 2040s. With advanced avionics, open mission systems, and next-generation weapons integration, the F-16V continues to evolve in a world dominated by stealth and drones. But beyond its numbers and specifications, the F-16V symbolizes something deeper. It is the story of adaptation of a design so balanced, so fundamentally right, that it transcends generations. It reminds us that technology alone doesn't define supremacy. Ingenuity does. In every squadron where the Viper still roars to life, its pilots know what it means to fly a legend. They sit beneath the bubble canopy, throttle forward, and feel the surge of power that connects them to decades of history. And as the F-16V slices through the stratosphere, sunlight glinting off its wings, it carries with it the enduring message of Airpower, that dominance is not born from size or stealth, but from evolution and the will to never stop reaching higher.